Hello again. How are you today? In this section, we still, as usual, in the chapter entitled Surface Area and Volume, but we are focusing in this part on the surface areas of composite solids, as we focused before in the previous session on the volume of composite solids. So we have composite solid, and not a plain shape. We have a composite solids 3D dimensional in the 3D dimensional space, and three-dimensional space, and we want to compute the surface areas. So what we mean by the surface areas of composite solid? So how can we calculate the surface area of a composite solid? First of all, we identify all the outer sides, all, not sides, faces. We say the faces, okay, instead of sides. We identify all the outer faces of the solid as a front, back, sides, and bottom, and find the area of each one separately. Then we can add the resulted areas to obtain the total surface area. Let's have an example to illustrate what we mean here. So we have a composite solid. We all agree that this shape, in this 3D shape, is a solid, and it is a composite one, because if we cut it, we do a cut, or we split the bottom and the top, so we will obtain two different simpler solids, like prisms, a prism, rectangular prism, and a triangular prism on the top. So first of all, we aren't focusing on splitting, okay, but we split it only when we want to compute its volume. But right now we are focusing on the outer faces. So we have different faces here. First of all, we have a front face. Front face is the composite shape. Okay, the front face, like here, it is a triangle with a rectangle in the bottom. So it is a composite shape. This is the front face. Okay, it is easy to compute its area because, it is a triangle. A triangle, it is 1/2 by the height and the base. The base is 8 centimeter. After identifying is the 8 centimeter, and the height is 5.7, and we multiply it by 1/2. Plus the area of this rectangle, it is easy, 6/8, or differently said 8/6, to obtain 70.8 what? Surface area. So it is centimeter cube squared, or the square of centimeter. So normally we should keep in mind that this face, okay, this face, we have the identical in the back. So the bottom, the front, and the back are identical, congruent, so they have the same area. So normally, if we wanted to calculate the total surface area, it is the double of this surface, because we want to count the area of the front and the back. So we multiply 70.8 by 2, or we can add 70.8 to 70.8 plus. Normally, we have 4 sides. Where are the 4 sides? So we have this side, it is a 10, there's a rectangle 10/6, okay, and we have the identical to the left. The left face is identical to the right face. So normally we multiply this surface, or this area, by 2. Then we have this side, and its opposite here in the left. So it is like a rectangle also. It is a 10, it is a 7, so 10/7, and we multiply 10/7 by 2 to obtain the area of the following one, or to the subsequent one. And we have not forget the bottom face. The bottom face is also a rectangle with length 10 and breadth 8. So we multiply 10/8, and we add all these one to obtain the total surface area. So the core and the important steps are to identify before all the outer faces. So the front, the back, the lateral sides, and the lateral faces, and the bottom. So easy. normally, in this example, we have like steps, like we have like steps here. But it is a composite solids also. So the outer, first of all, we have a front and we have an identical back side, the back face with the same area. So we can cut this one. It is a composite shape in 2D. So we can we can cut it here to obtain to calculate easily the area or the surface area of the front side. So normally it is like because we have a 4 here and the 4 here, so it is like it is like identical. So we have a square 4 by 4. So we have a 4 by 4, and also we have this rectangle. If we lose a 4 here, we miss 4 centimeter here, or we subtract from 12 4, we will obtain 8. So it is 8 by 10. So it is easy to obtain as 96 centimeter square as the area of front space, which is identical to the back one. And the total surface area, we start again from this surface. It is the surface, it is like individual, it's a very individuality surface, because we don't have another one identical to it. So it is a rectangle 14 by 8. So it is a 14 by 8. Okay. We have this one. Also, it is I think it is individual. So it is 8 centimeter with 6. So it is 8 by 6. So it is like normally it is 14 by 6. It is 14 by 6. Also we have this one. This one we have also, it is a 14 for length 14 and 4 at the breadth. So it is 14 by 8. So normally it is a 14 by 8, and we have the on top we have a 14 also 14 by 4 and 14 by 4. We have a 14 by 4 2 times. So 14 by 4, and we have a 14 by 4. Okay. Then we have the side, the left side. There's a big one. There's a big rectangle with 12 and also with 14 at the deep the width. Okay, so normally it is 12 by 14. It's a 12 by 14. Okay, then we have a bottom. We have a bottom. The bottom, the rectangle was 10 by 14, 10 by 14, and we added to the area of the front and the back surfaces to obtain the whole one. Okay, the total surface area is 8 centimeters square. Same as for the following example, it's very easy to compute it. So normally we have this composite one. In this one, the area of the front side area. So the area of the front side, okay, the front side. The area of the front side is like a rectangle, so it is easy to rectangle with a small rectangle triangle. So rectangle 7 by 10, it is a 7 by 10, plus it is triangle, so it is 1/2 by the height, by the base, so 8 by 6, it is a rectangular triangle, so or right angle triangle. So the sides, the perpendicular sides are considered at the height and base, so 8 by 6 by 1/2 to obtain 94 centimeters squared, because all the measurement units are in given in centimeter. And we start from the right. This one is identical to the left one. So we have a rectangle, so 9 by 7. So 9 by 7, we multiply 9 by 7 by 2. Then we add the front and the back one by 2 by the double of 94. And then we move to the top. We have this triangle, rectangle. It is very individual. So it is 6 by 9. So it is 6 by 9. We have the left one, the subsequent one. So it is like 8 by 9. So it is 8 by 9. And finally, we have the bottom. The bottom, it is a rectangular shape with rectangular shape with an area equal to 10 by 9 to obtain finally 530 centimeters squared. And also, it is very easy to complete the following exercises by yourself. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.